They're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Here's Davis Price. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Davis Price with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Davis Price. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. Looking deep here from Mooney. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Looking deep here from Mooney. And it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. This is Davis Price. And he stopped immediately there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They run it with Davis Price. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To the air with McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Thornton, the motion man right. Now a run with Davis Price. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Davis Price, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Spins by. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
And looking to throw, Penix. Throw left side, there's London. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got a man, it's London. And just shutting him off there. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing again, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Second and 6.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 79. Go.
Now Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Divisional Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. There he goes again. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
First down, and they go right back to Davis-Price. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Brought down by Zach Harrison. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Okay, break. Here we go, set.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10.
Hey! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
6-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check. Go.
Robinson up the middle. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolf. Ready?
Back to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
28, Vikings 24. Zane Gonzalez set to
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture. Than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. Open man, that's Felton. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
But you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Got his man. It's Thornton.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now 1st and goal. McCarthy going to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. This is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Here's 1st down.
18, Pioneer. Let's go.
Looking to throw, Penix. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Viking 18. Go trap, go trap.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.